graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Attention humans, I am Optimus Prime. You're listening to Two Strangers, One Podcast. Go to iTunes now and subscribe. For Android users, we are available on the Stitcher app for Google. Now, here's Chris and Kristen. Transform and roll out.
He is a comic book nerd.
In brightest day and darkest night. We can learn a lot from comics.
She is a reality TV junkie.
No idea.
Snooki had her baby. A dollar makes me holla.
Chris likes sci-fi.
They do a brain transplant into this whole new body, but it's you.
Kristen likes celebrity gossip.
Breaking news.
Oh, more breaking news?
Official. Official. Before it was just a rumor. Hey, Stu, our Pats moved back in together.
What do they have in common? Nothing. You're listening to Two Strangers, One Podcast.
Now, here's Chris and Kristen.
Well, hello and welcome to Two Strangers, One Podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kristen. We're back. Can't get rid of us.
Why is it ass play?
He's thinking about ideas.
Suddenly
he said something about ass play, and he's like, oh, wait.
Ass play, yeah, that reminds me of some notes.
Something.
Let me put that in my notes.
Now I can only imagine. What did it remind you
Number
of?
one on my notes says ass play now. You gotta love it. God bless America. Well, we are recording this in November, which is
the month of ass play.
Well, it's known as Movember. Men growing their mustaches.
Yes, it is.
And it is in for men's prostate health. So it is ass play.
Ass play. Ass play month.
Ass play, I mean, well, it
it's
isn't always for the
region.
ass, but there is an area that needs to be taken care of, and that's the prostate. And so here we are in Movember. I had totally forgot Movember. I mean, I have my long beard.
You already got your ass play mustache going.
That's the thing. I mean, I've been growing my beard for like 8 months now. The funny thing is, like, take a shot.
Take a shot on that.
My beard was relatively new in like the first picture we took for the show.
Oh, really?
And I've been letting it grow all this time. So I have this big long biker goatee. And, but I actually trimmed my mustache the other day only because it gets, hey.
The flavor saver.
yeah. You want to grow a beard, pussy juice, guys. That's the... Pussy juice helps you grow facial hair. That's why I don't trust guys without facial hair. The flavor saver. So I had trimmed my mustache only because it gets annoying. I mean, mustache hair, like, I could grow my beard hair because it's not going in my mouth or anything like that. Mustache hair, I kind of have to trim because it gets annoying when you, like,
it's over your lip and shit.
Yeah. But I am catching food in my beard now. Like, I've never grown my beard this long before. She just spit out an apple?
Yeah.
On your
iPad? All of a sudden there was just, like, chocolate chunk. She's eating M&M's.
Oh, she's eating M&M's. Oh, she spit out. I'm sorry about that.
All of a sudden I looked over, there was just like melted chocolate.
And
we're talking about ass stuff, and it's just like all just came to a head.
Food. My daughter is spitting out M&M's. So I'm feeling as a father if she's spitting out M&M's. But she was eating an apple about 20 minutes ago. Less than 20 minutes ago. So it'd been funny if she spit out apple on your iPad.
Yeah, real funny. It would have been hysterical. Big old apple chunks.
Apple chunks.
Why are you spitting
look,
out
she
food?
still has a little bit of M&M on her bottom lip. That's funny.
Ass juice.
Yes.
Sorry. It's so wrong with me.
So ass play does bring into mind.
So when you can never think of something, just think ass play.
Ass play. It's always fun. Ass play is always, but they say, men who masturbate have, better, prostate health because we're flushing our pipes.
Is that true?
I've heard that from a couple different sources. Regular masturbation is good for your prostate. Because you're flushing your pipes.
What, because if it stays in there too long, what is it? It breeds cancer?
Well, I mean, I don't know what it is. A lot.
Is that the science behind it? So sperm is bad.
That's why you have to get it out.
That's why you gotta get rid of it.
You have to get those demons out of you. That's why masturbate to save lives, man. Because
so that's the reason now.
Because it is
you're always saving lives.
You do get irritable. Chris. If you're a guy and you masturbate regularly,
you
haven't had a chance to come, Or even the worst, like if you're with a girl and you think
ready to go and boom,
like
she leaves.
Tease, or you make that dumb line and she's like, no,
all right, I'm out.
Fuck it, pull your pants back up. We ain't gonna fuck anymore. And when I've mentioned that before, when you get blue balls and stuff, that's the worst feeling in the world. So like, releasing that semen unleashes the devil, releases the demons.
The devil juice.
It calms you down. It's a massage. It's a
massage.
Yeah.
That's why John Travolta was always getting those massages.
Massaging your prostate.
I was just getting my prostate massage.
Stick a finger on my butt and rub the prostate.
Jeez.
I mean, I know there's that famous scene from Road Trip.
Yeah.
If you rub the prostate, it helps you come.
At the end, he's like,
put 2 fingers.
But you know what? Do 2 this time.
I honestly, and there's no reason to lie. I don't know where that's from. I've never.
You gotta go to like,
rubbing the prostate.
What is it? The sperm bank and be like, I can't. We gotta just do a test.
I've never had anyone skilled enough to make me.
See if they'll help you out in that genre in that way. Massage.
Put another finger in there. I've never, I think, I don't want to say it's a myth, but it's never happened to me, so feels nice. But you can massage my prostate. Now, my only women's fingers, well, no.
Oh, God. Oh.
Well, you go to the doctor and they gotta check your prostate.
Does he lick his fingers after?
Finger licking good.
This has gone totally the wrong
this whole
way.
show has started up. If this is the first time you're listening to Two Strangers One Podcast,
I'm so sorry.
Stick with us. I promise you it gets better.
I've heard of this term before because they played it on one of the morning radios, like a clip of some guy saying it, and it's funny. But I also heard yesterday on a different radio station they were doing like the top 6 harmful things teenagers are doing now, I guess. Mm-hmm. One of them is, I guess it's called like vodka eye, where you pour the shot of vodka in like your tear ducts sort of thing.
Ow.
I've never heard of that, and you sick kids is all I have to say. That I've heard, I guess.
Pour vodka in your
like
eye.
You're just kind of pouring so it would go in the tear ducts.
That would sting so fucking bad.
Right. But this other one I've heard of, because I heard it on the other radio, butt chugging?
Butt chugging.
What? Who? What? Why?
Well, okay.
Like, apparently now that's become really, like, known among the young culture.
Well, there was...
Why?
They were talking about
just
it on
why?
The Daily Show. And the funny thing is just to hear this lawyer with all these fraternity brothers behind him.
They got in trouble, right? Or something. They made somebody butt chug.
Died or was...
Or like a bad infection or something.
Yeah. And so the joke, and not making fun of the situation, but every time hearing the lawyer saying butt chugging was kind of funny.
It's a ridiculous term, and you hear these people say it.
Now,
it's basically a beer enema or vodka enema, whatever.
And then what happens is that...
Do you get your own funnel, or is everybody sharing it?
I wouldn't even... wash the funnel, we can drink regular Are you...
Why don't you just put it down, and it's supposed to get you drunk faster? I mean, are we having that problem getting drunk?
Yeah, I mean,
just funnel a couple beers. You'll get a good buzz right there. Why are we having to go the other route? Yeah. Why are we sticking things there?
Yeah, what?
I understand the gay thing, but now we're sticking things up there to get drunk.
I haven't
had a drink. Figure it out, Chris.
I haven't had a drink in a while. I love my friends, and when I used to drink, I used to love getting drunk.
When we did butt chugging.
But I would never...
That never crossed our minds.
Here, help me put this tube up my ass.
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
So I can get drunk faster.
Never has that crossed my mind. Never have I heard of anybody being like, yo, I've heard of butt chugging. We need to do it.
Yeah.
And now I hear that's
like
guys.
You never hear of girls.
Right. Now I hear that's like the new thing. Where have we gone as society?
And this is going to sound,
now they're going to have funnels at bars now. Oh, you want to do a butt chug? That's in that corner.
Little spigot, like.
Yeah, right? Oh, okay, go do your butt chug over there.
No.
Oh, man.
Now, another thing I don't understand, and this is going to sound weird.
Her glasses are stuck in her hair.
I know it's going to sound weird. I could kind of understand butt chugging vodka, butt chugging liquor, butt chugging a beer.
I don't get any
like
of
where
it.
There's gas. Like anything carbonated.
And that shit can get infected because that is not an area where it's so like cartilage and stuff like that, where the upper area has stuff for protection. That's not really what that canal is used for.
That wasn't made for beer. So I don't understand. I know this is going to sound weird. I could kind
of understand the liquor.
Liquor chugging.
Do you imagine the farts after that?
liquor shots. I
Talk
guess
about beer farts, you know?
butt chug.
Like the beer.
But they did butt chugging in one of the
Jackasses,
movies.
yeah, that's what somebody said to me, and I was like, oh yeah, but
It was in one of the Jackass ones, and
I don't know where we've gone. And another thing that, I forgot all top 6, but another one was, for whatever reason, maybe kids can't get a hold of alcohol or whatever, so they're drinking, antibacterial.
Oh,
Now,
drinking,
like the antibacterial.
the hand sanitizer?
Yeah, hand sanitizer.
Oh my god.
Now, I've seen that one time on Intervention, and that was because he was in a hospital and he couldn't get anything, so he filled up a cup and had water and mixed it. Okay, I can see that because you're going through withdrawal. Now we're just doing it on the weekends at a house party.
Yeah. Oh my god. That's,
Like, bring the antibacterial hand sanitizer.
I got raspberry flavor.
Yeah, like, that shit's not tasting good, and that's a real nice poison to put in your body.
Yeah, that's pure. I mean, that's
Like,
basically
you
just
could've-
rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, with I don't even know what else is in it, but it's
It was,
not.
what was it? The presidential candidate Dukakis, Michael Dukakis. His wife was a recovering alcoholic, and there was a time where they said that she had, in desperation, drank rubbing alcohol. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
and you hear the, homeless people, you've heard a lot, where
Yeah.
they're recovering, they'll drink Scope, mouthwash,
yeah.
because that's got some alcohol. So yeah, I could see rubbing alcohol, in desperation. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, these are desperate times where you would drink that. These kids
Not
are now
as a
just doing
recreational drug.
recreational.
Yeah, that's.
I'm trying to think what else there was, but I was just so appalled. I'm like, what
Is there not enough? Is there not
You guys
enough
are that
alcohol?
bored? Like, what's going on? And now there's this new drug out. Now, I've only heard of it because, as EMS, I've had to actually deal with a person on it. Mm-hmm. And we actually got, an article about it all just to look, this is what's up and coming. Mm-hmm. It's called Molly. Mm-hmm. And people just think that's straight ecstasy. It's not. It's got, 10% ecstasy, or MDMA, whatever the hell it is. Mm-hmm. It's got that in it, so it'll be like ecstasy, but it also has, bath salts and other things in it.
Oh my
so it's
God.
a real fuck up drug, and there's a lot of it around
So
because
now
people
you're gonna
just
trip and get horny at the same time.
right, yeah. So the kid that I had unfortunately was just, you could tell he was on something, and he told me what he was on, and I'm like, okay. So I looked into it there on my phone. I'm like, all right. He would go from psychotic to relaxed to psychotic again. It was just, and I'm like, and then we got an article on what it all was, and I was like, no wonder why you acted like that. And there's just so much of it because it's so easy to make, and people have just made a lot, I guess. So now they're trying to get rid of it all. So that's up and coming, folks. So get ready for Molly, which is
get ready for the Molly attacks.
Yeah.
So it's bad enough if the guy's gonna eat your face, and now he's gonna try to fuck you.
Hump it and rape you and all this other things.
Yeah. Well, I had made a post about that a while back. Because you see all these zombie movies, and zombies go, obviously zombies don't exist, or if they do. I don't know.
They do, Chris. There's an apocalypse.
And, zombies are always eating because it goes
They're
down
hungry.
to the basic instincts of eating. Well, fucking is an instinct too. I mean, animals, for the lack of a better term, rape each other. I guess men
They don't have the
rape
pleasure.
women.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's
not,
only dolphins and humans who get the pleasure out of it.
yeah.
And I feel like turtles too. I don't know.
Yeah, most animals.
Everybody else is just getting raped.
Pretty much, the male pins down to woman, the female.
Have you ever
and-
seen the ducks?
No, I've
Now,
never seen it.
as a kid growing up, we had a creek in the backyard, nice little creek,
Mm-hmm.
There'd be duckies we'd see. Now, in whatever the hell they would have sex,
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden you hear rah, you'd hear rah, rah, and all this stuff, what is going on? Something's going on.
Uh-huh.
So we would look out, there would be 2 male ducks, one male would hold the head down, and the other one would go, it was straight up rape.
Oh my god.
I was exposed to that as a child.
Wow, that's...
It just looked like, what are they doing? Oh my god! We were appalled. We were just little kids oh, get that male duck away from her! It was so scary. And and it was just rah, rah, and everybody. And it was just one holding the head down,
Oh my
and it was,
God.
and then the other one going behind, and we're like, what are they doing to the mama duck?
Oh, God.
What did the mama duck do?
Oh my
What's
God.
going on? What did she say? Yeah,
That's fucked up.
so
And-
animals are very,
Rapey.
they have that rape mentality.
And
I want it, and I want it now.
How scary would it be if there was a zombie raping movie? And not raping zombies.
Chris!
Zombies that want to
Raping
rape.
humans.
Yeah.
That want to
Because
rape.
if they eat,
They don't want to eat, they want to rape.
they want to... Well, they'd eat
Oh,
and fuck.
well, yeah. It's a whole
If
combination.
animals fuck, that would be a fucked up movie. Raping zombies. I mean,
The Attack of the Raping Zombies.
and I just, to make it clear, I'm talking about zombies that don't rape you, not raping. Because that would be
Not us
fucked up
raping
to rape a
zombies?
zombie.
Yeah.
Because that
That'd be
girl
some weird
that
fetish.
always rejected you, but now she's a zombie.
Yeah. Oh, she's coming for you. She's coming for you.
Chain her down. That's fucked up.
New movie on
Where
the
the fuck is this show?
Well, I know, we've gone from ass whatever
Ass play to
beer
raping
enemas
zombies.
to raping zombies.
If you're new, welcome to the Strangers One podcast.
And welcome. Speaking of raping, totally doesn't even go on that. Great segue. Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez.
Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez are now officially broken up.
Dunzo, but last night spotted together.
Oh my god.
Spotted together at the Laugh Factory in Beverly Hills. And then went to the same hotel, but separate times. Did one of those. So they've been pretty much broken up for a few days now. And maybe this is reconciling, who knows?
Well, I don't know. I couldn't. Well, Selena Gomez, I don't know. Do I sound like a dirty old man if I say she's hot?
Well, she's old enough.
She's legal now.
Yeah, she's like 22.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen
like
pictures
15.
of her. I don't know if she did like this short, or she has this movie coming out where she plays kind of like a chola. You know, one of those, like a Mexican La Vida Loca type girls.
Typical Selena.
And she looks...
No, I don't know.
She looks sexy. I'm sorry. Even
Chris
though she's
loves
like,
up-and-coming Disney stars.
she's like, half my age, but she's a sexy girl.
Well, she's legal, Chris. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
No, that's all that matters for Chris.
I don't know.
So jump on that. Get in there. Get in between Bieber and her.
She's so... but it's probably an incredible pain in the ass.
Oh,
I don't know. Pay attention to me.
That's how he thinks like all girls are. That's how we all are.
I'm sorry, I'm like an ass. I didn't want
When you pay attention to me. I love Disney.
to hold my hand in public.
Britney Spears.
No, what? Britney Spears? Oh boy.
Yeah.
Where is it now?
You know she's been engaged. Now there's rumors that it's being quote unquote postponed because it's supposed to be the end of December. A winter wonderland. To Jason Trawick or however you say it, nobody really knows. Because she's saying he's not fun. He's not fun, and he's more like a father figure, and he feels like a babysitter to her.
Then why are you engaged then?
Yeah, I don't know. And I guess him and the father, Jamie Spears, are, I can never say that word. What was it? Co-conservators? Where they're all in control of her stuff. I found that kind of weird that he's in control of it as well. Maybe I could see the dad, but why is...
Wow.
Because he used to be like her manager or whatever, and then when they started dating, he cut off that.
Wow, that's creepy.
And I guess he's still in control of the money.
And if you're in control of the money, you're still a fucking manager.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
you got rid of the
now
title,
you just,
but
you got rid of the title, but you're in control of everything still.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see why she would think you're like a dad figure.
I'm not a firefighter, but when there's fires, I show up
I go in
and put it out.
Yeah.
But I'm not a firefighter anymore.
But I'm not a firefighter. I stopped doing
just
that.
run into fires, pull people out.
Yeah, so
turn on
just
the hydrant. Yeah.
Just a hero.
You're the manager. If you're in control of the money, and
I didn't know that. That's what it said.
Frankly, he probably has more power now than a manager.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that's probably why I got rid of the title. Like, I'll get in there, man. And I guess the dad I don't know if he made this is all a rumor coming from one source, the source, and saying like the dad's kind of pissed, like if he wasn't fully into it, why did he propose? Which I can agree.
Oh, but because you said she's not into it.
And yeah, she thinks that he's not fun, but he's also feeling like he's a babysitter to her.
Oh.
And they've been living in separate rooms at whatever hotel they're at.
Oh wow.
For her X Factor gig. So much drama in that girl's life.
She just calm down, Brittany. Go have some fun.
You'll
have some
fun,
ass
girl.
play.
Have some ass play. Have a beer enema. No, have a liquor enema.
Liquor enema.
Chris can get on board with that.
I'll hook you up. Let me.
Chris will plug you right in there. You're sick.
Yeah.
We've gotten to that level.
Brittany needs to calm down.
Brittany, have an enema, girl.
She had gotten married in Vegas. I had gotten married in Vegas a couple months after.
Yeah, you guys are like twins.
Yeah,
Did you see her?
No, well, no, she got married, I want to say like December or January, and I got married back in May.
So you just missed her.
Just missed her.
Just missed her. Is that why you got married there? Because Brittany did?
Neither one of us are with our... She's not with that guy anymore. Which
was like Alexander. A 24-hour thing. Yeah, the best is his name was Jason Alexander.
Yeah.
George from
she married. Yeah, she married.
And people were like, "What? Why was she hanging out with George Costanza?"
Fucking hey, Jason.
You go, Jason Alexander.
Or fat bald guys everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, it was so funny.
That's the score.
It was like Brittany married Jason Alexander. People are Googling like, what? She married George?
I'm telling you, Jerry!
Yeah.
Don't take a girl to Vegas! She's gonna get married, Jerry!
Awesome. It would have been awesome if she actually did marry George Costanza.
But
I probably would have lasted.
Oh.
M&M spilled everywhere.
Yeah. Well, spilled on purpose.
Dumped, yeah.
My daughter just dumped a whole rest of the bag of M&Ms on the floor. Oh,
now, who
God.
do you consider the king of New York City, as in actors or music-wise?
The King of New York City.
You know, the man you don't mess with in
The
New
funny
York
thing
City.
is, there is a movie called The King of New York, which stars Christopher Walken.
Oh,
So when I hear
guess he
King
would
of
be-
New York,
yeah.
I think of Christopher because he's a mob boss in that movie.
like the badass, like you wouldn't mess, like you wouldn't cross him.
Somebody. Oh, you mean?
Like, not like a mafia guy, but just
Oh,
like
okay,
an
somebody-
actor or somebody who'd be like, oh yeah,
Who
he
is
lives in New York.
Mr. New York?
Yeah.
New York City, because I mean,
Yeah.
Billy Joel just reminds me, but that's Long Island.
Yeah,
King
Manhattan.
of New York. Derek Jeter? I don't know. I
Get
can't.
out of here. No.
No, well.
Bobby De Niro.
Oh, Bobby De Niro, yeah.
I call him Bobby De Niro. I guess, like, I was reading an article where he went to, of course, Leonardo DiCaprio's birthday, and he got into a little argument with the other king of New York, Mr. Jay-Z.
Wow,
Yeah.
Bobby D.
I guess it was just a heated conversation.
Bobby D and Jigga.
Yeah, I guess Bobby D.
Little bit.
Bobby D was a little upset at Jay-Z because Bobby D called him like 6 times on the phone. Jay-Z never returned any of the calls.
Wow.
So Bobby De Niro felt a little disrespectful. He said, you know, when somebody calls you, you call back.
Let me tell you.
So I wonder how important, like, what did they have to talk about? You know,
Wow.
I didn't even know those two even associated with each other, but now he's pissed that you don't fuck with Robert De Niro, okay?
Yeah.
When he calls you, you call back. So I don't know what's going on in Jigga Man's head.
That opens up all types of possibilities. I mean, Bobby D.
So Jay-Z, what were you busy with? A baby?
I tell you, it's your boy. I'm sorry I couldn't call you because I was 99 problems and a bitch ain't
This
one.
baby's one.
Baby.
Yeah, so I don't know what he was busy with, but
Tell you what,
6 times
show
did not
respect.
return the call.
Show respect. Jay-Z, no respect.
Blacklisted.
That's,
It's a weird
wow.
combo.
Because Jay-Z has become a mogul. He's, I'm not a fan of his music. The only song that I did like of his, I mean, I like what he did with Linkin Park, but mostly because it was mixed with Linkin Park.
Yeah, that's
and,
cool.
one of his most popular songs, 99 Problems, the original version was produced by Rick Rubin, one of the original founders of Def Jam Records.
Okay.
He produced the whole first Beastie Boys album, the old Run DMC albums. He produced, oddly enough, he produced Metallica's last album, Death Magnetic. Quite frankly, the only reason I even like that song is because Rick Rubin produced it, not because of Jay-Z. Now, like right now, the new thing, and my friend Shafayat from Facebook, my high school friend, he had just went to the Barclays Center in Brooklyn.
Okay.
They opened up a. Now I had lived in Brooklyn. I would probably say half a mile away from where the Barclays Center is now.
Okay.
I lived there before. Now when I lived there were people protesting like nobody's business, trying to stop it from being open, because it used to be back where there was these old train yards and stuff like that. That's where they built it. That part of Brooklyn, it is so congested. You know what I'm saying? Like on a regular day,
It's congested.
there's so
and now
much
it adds
traffic. Go there at 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, like rush hour. It's a fucking nightmare. So I can only imagine the nightmare now that you have
this.
a stadium
Yeah.
there. And so
Too congested.
So, Jay-Z owns part of it. That's where I guess now the Brooklyn Nets, used to be the Jersey Nets,
Right, yeah.
play. He owns part of a team, married to Beyonce. I mean, this guy has a lot of shit going for him. And, I guess he's letting that get to his head. How do you not return Bobby D's phone calls?
He calls my phone, I'm picking up. You don't go turn your back on Big D.
And
That's
how
right,
many
Big
years
D.
has Jay-Z portrayed himself to be like a gangster?
Right.
Like
a Bobby De Niro in the movies.
Yeah. And now you're not going to return the man's phone calls? Who the
I'd be pissed
fuck
too.
do you think you
The
are?
best is that he called him out on it too.
Yeah.
Like this old,
And
old
Italians-
Italian guy.
Italians
getting
have
in
some
this.
of the best words,
yeah.
I hate to make it a racial issue,
I'm sure it must have been a great argument.
but I can only imagine the words.
Right.
This fucking eggplant schmatzer.
That's what we use, eggplant? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Eggplant?
I've
never called anybody an eggplant.
I grew up a walking distance from Little Italy.
Eggplant was used a lot.
Well, what's the other, shit? It's the Italian word for eggplant. I
I have no idea.
That's horrible. And I'm only bringing it up. I'm not trying to be racial.
It's sick.
Shit, I gotta look that up. I'm sorry.
It's a word for eggplant.
Yeah.
That's great. That is great.
You know,
Oh, hello.
that's my daughter. And so, yeah, I can only imagine Bobby De Niro cursing out Jay-Z.
This older man just like right in his face.
And
You don't call me back? You don't call me back?
yeah, so
'Cause
that's.
I'm sure he's helped him along the way. Maybe made some connections in some way.
Well, because I know
You
Robert
know?
De Niro's big thing is is Tribeca. Like
Yeah.
I know you said King
The
of New
film
York.
festival.
Now, I mean,
I
the
just-
King of Tribeca.
That's it.
Bobby
yeah.
D.
Yeah.
You know, he owns that fucking area, and you know,
Jay-Z's not going to be invited to the Tribeca Film Festival. That's
Yeah.
that. Sorry.
I mean, they're two key players in New York, and so
Yeah.
you know, it's
Clash of the Titans.
yeah. Oh, Moulignan, that's what it was. I should.
Moulignan.
Moulignan, this frigga Moulignan. Don't fucking pick up his phone.
Don't pick up his
This
phone.
hockey puck. I'm sorry. That's
Hockey puck.
hockey puck. Come on.
Now, I don't really follow women's basketball.
Uh-huh.
Do you?
Who does?
Are you aware? Yeah.
I
There's a fan base because it's still going on.
just, I mean, I know we brought it up in like a past episode about like, I mean, okay, yes,
Women's
women
sport.
are differently built than men, and that's just nature, not being derisive or anything like that.
Sounds like
But
you are.
you know, the fact that they lower the basket and it's a smaller ball.
Such a dick.
I mean, I'm just saying.
They lower the basket.
That's
We can't reach that height, you dick.
But I mean, have you seen the girls who play professional basketball? They're all tall women.
They're not as tall as Shaq. Gay.
Is it wrong? Of all the things I can give concessions for, I actually don't agree with lowering the basket and smaller ball. And I'm not trying to be like an asshole. I honestly feel that the basket should be a regulation height and the size of the ball should be a regulation height.
Do they have a smaller ball?
It's a smaller ball.
Is it? I don't really know. Yeah.
And like the professional, like, well, at least in the WNBA,
They have a
because
smaller
New York's
ball
team
than
is the Liberty,
Okay.
and you know, and you know,
Someone
and
who doesn't follow it knows the team's name.
well, no, well, I know New York's team. I mean, you know, and
Oh, so I don't know what team. Do you know what team?
it's a smaller ball and a low. They play in, and it's the Knicks colors, yellow and orange. I mean,
Blue.
orange and blue, and you know the. Oh, I forgot the girls' names. You know, Lisa, whatever.
I have no idea.
There's like two famous girls, like one black girl, one white girl, that are kind of like they're like the most famous WNBA players of all of them, but they're also both of them are under Liberty.
The Liberty.
Liberty.
So I don't know what team this girl's on then. I don't think it's Liberty. I'm gonna mispronounce this. I apologize. From what I think it is, it's Shamik Holdsclaw. Beautiful last name.
God bless America.
Now she, I guess, got in trouble. Now has to wear an ankle bracelet, so it's nothing too major. She bashed her ex-girlfriend's car, like the windows are all broken. And during that process of her anger, was shooting off a gun.
Wow.
Don't fuck
That's
with the
reckless
WNBA.
endangerment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So she had whatever bail, I forget, I think it was like 10,000. I don't
Roid
even know.
rage.
Yeah. And then has to wear the ankle bracelet. Could you imagine this big, cause, you know, they're tall
all
and
big
they're,
girls, yeah.
you know, pretty muscular. They're just beating the hell out of this car. Imagine being a bystander. I'd be like, poop my, I'm not getting out of my car. I'm
Amazon
ducking down.
freaking the fuck out, shooting
Like, "Whoa!"
shooting a gun at the air at the
Just
same
shooting
time.
the gun. She probably shot the gun at the car too. Like, die, motherfucker, die.
And that's, you know, shooting a gun.
Yeah. I don't want her holding a gun.
That's
You're that angry. Who knows what you're gonna do?
that's a felony. I mean, how could that not be?
What I
That's
read was that
reckless
she has.
endangerment. I mean, she must have had a good lawyer and had
Yeah.
it drop down.
I'm sure there's something because she had to pay bail, whatever, and then it just said she has an ankle bracelet.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
because that's reckless endangerment.
And the girlfriend looked like she looks kind of rough around the edges. But the girlfriend, if that's the picture that I saw was right, she looks pretty. Like, how would you score that? Yeah, I'd be pissed too if I lost her, I guess.
Well, I mean, you know, football players.
some
Basketball players got
money.
money. You get there's gold diggers whether you're straight or
Oh,
gay.
God, yeah. But I was just like, I would not want to mess with you.
And you know, in most, I mean, I hate to sound stereotypical, you know, relationship, there's the bitch and the butch. So
Butch
the butch
went
was
crazy.
the basketball player, and the bitch
And
was.
Butch went crazy. Don't make the Butch go crazy.
Yeah,
And now that James Holmes, no related to Katie Holmes. He's the Aurora Massacre guy, the theater.
Oh, okay, yeah, the guy that shot up the theater.
Yeah, now I guess he's been trying to do half-ass suicide attempts, and
Oh, God.
so what he did was run straight into the bars to try to crack his skull.
Oh, God.
And also he stood on the bed and just fell flat back, again, to try and crack his skull. So none of these attempts have worked, so good luck to you, James.
He's probably just trying to get fucking protective custody. Because when I worked in the jail, there were guys,
Do that stupid
and they would
shit.
do the most superficial little cuts to their wrists and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just so they
Like,
can...
oh, I'm bleeding.
Yeah. And
I'm
unfortunately,
bleeding.
just because of legal reasons,
You have to.
even if you say you're going to hurt yourself, they have
Yep.
to do something about it. You
Yeah.
can't just call bullshit, because if
They
they
know.
actually do
You're in
kill
trouble.
themselves, then it's a lawsuit. So,
Mhm.
yeah, what a
They know
fucking
what
punk.
to do. They know what to do.
Own
and
up,
say.
motherfucker. If those people aren't dead anymore, then you could fucking get out of jail.
Mhm.
I mean, of course, innocent until proven guilty, but come on. Let's be real here.
Very true. You got anything special?
Room full of witnesses,
Yeah, you're
weapons
done.
in his car.
Didn't he admit it?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
I think he came out and said, I just shot up the thing. Like, he said something weird to the cop.
I mean, like I said, innocent until proven guilty,
Right.
but after he's guilty,
you have so much evidence
let me
against
pull the
you.
switch. That was the reason I became a correction officer, because I wanted to fucking pull that switch.
That's nice, Chris. Chris is saving one person at a time.
Yeah. Oh, I'm Batman, bitch.
Oh, here we go. Like
I'm
that.
Batman. I have no fucking qualms in my head that think, delusions of grandeur that I'm gonna walk into the ghetto and fix shit.
Do you
I'd
got
love to see
anything?
Batman in a real ghetto, though. That would be a great. I'm
You got
sorry.
anything special?
My kid is just throwing M&Ms all over the place, pissing me off.
What kid wastes M&M's?
Yeah. And then throws the phone at me.
She's gonna be
You're a pain in the butt.
She's gonna be real good when she's older. Just throwing everything. You're a diva.
Now, I had, as I mentioned before we were recording, 2012. Now, up here in Rochester, there was a museum called the Strong Museum of Play, which
It's nice.
I've never been there, but it's a museum dedicated to toys and the history of toys, and it is part of
What
our
was the great news you heard
culture.
that's there?
Yeah, and
Get ready for
I swear to
this.
God, now my daughter's godmother, we're going next Monday, or whenever this episode comes out, but
Yeah.
I'm scheduled to
In a
go
week,
down there in
or-
about a week, and purely because my daughter's young and I wanted to take her, but I was gonna wait till she got a little older, but the godmother's gonna take us. So in the Strong Museum of Play, they actually have a Toy Hall of Fame.
What kind of toys?
The
Chris?
two inductees for the 2012 Hall of Fame. And this is just funny. Like, the first
Drum
one
roll.
is just funny. Like,
Oh yeah,
Dominoes.
so random.
Which, I don't know who can take credit. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could go online and figure out who made Dominoes, but,
It's not that important to me.
who can,
Mr. Domino
just
made
Dominoes, Dominoes Dominoes are part of the Toy Hall of Fame now, in case you didn't know who they were or what they were. And then, and the second part, and it's just a rather broad stroke, Star Wars.
Oh, there it is.
And
As soon as Chris heard that, he's like, we have to go
I
Monday.
was
We
like-
have to go Monday.
And like I said, I have a friend an acquaintance online who is a huge collector of Star Wars toys. I mean, his house looks like a fucking, he has so much
Shrine
stuff
to
that
them.
it's not even it's not even fun anymore. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't look fun anymore. It just looks like, it looks like this big, oppressive collect. I mean, it's impressive, but it looks oppressive to kind of collect that much. And he had put a note on Facebook, and it was like, oh yeah, Strong Museum of Play. They're doing a thing now where it's it's the Toys Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Dominoes and Star Wars
Dominoes.
figures. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see some Star Wars stuff.
That's
So,
such vast difference. Like Dominoes and then to Star Wars. Like
I mean,
Dominoes,
like Dominoes are like,
I
you
thought it must
can't-
be whack. Who's
Like-
really good at dominoes?
I mean,
what was the point? Yeah.
like that's like inducting jump rope.
Right. Like it wasn't.
It's so broad.
right.
No one could take credit for jump rope.
Who invented the rope?
Yeah. I mean, at least, and especially the jump rope. I mean, that's like even more, that's probably been around since
Medieval
fucking,
times.
since man could
Robin Hood was
fucking
jump
kid.
roping.
Probably just gave a kid a piece of rope. Gave it like
Go play with
kids,
that.
Go fucking do something with this.
Do something.
Jump over it.
The
Yeah,
good
so,
parenting started early on as well.
So Star Wars toys have been officially inducted in its toy.
So for all you
Hall of
people
Fame.
who aren't fans of Star Wars, it is not going anywhere. We will always have it.
Yeah, and
It'll be inducted to everything.
Anybody in the Rochester area, and who knows, I'm probably going to fall in love so much that, like, if anybody who comes up to the area,
you're gonna take
don't
them
forget
there.
to get in contact with me. I'll probably learn that place like the back of my hand. And
And over here is Chris's
and here is
map
the
of
official boss.
how you should go. You should really get a good look at the museum. You want to start here?
They call that the tours, like like when you listen to the like little audio thing, verbal tour or something like that.
Yeah.
And I have somewhere in my stuff. I was going to put it up for auction on eBay. There was a Star Wars exhibit called something, The Magic of Myth. Star Wars: The Magic of Myth. And they actually had Star Wars, and it was a traveling display, and it was in different museums, and they had actual costumes and stuff like that from the series, and it's cool. And then like you take a picture of it because you're a nerd, but like okay, you have a picture
now what?
of a costume in a display. There's really
Yeah,
nothing
like
you
what?
can do with those pictures, but your first instinct is to take a picture of it.
Yeah.
And so,
And then you never look at it again. And
yeah,
It's just like,
I mean,
I got it.
I mean, afterwards you feel stupid looking at it, but just watch the fucking movie, dude. Honestly.
Yeah, right.
But and then like there's like the reflection of your flash in the display case and stuff like that. So it's so
Like
stupid.
it never comes out
You can't
great.
even see it.
Yeah. Never comes out really great.
My daughter's gonna get her ass beat.
Uh-oh. Jerry the King Lawler is back, wrestling fans.
He's back. I was, I try to catch wrestling here and there.
Yeah.
So I was watching this past Monday when he was back, and
Did he look good?
yeah, he looked good. He's
Rested.
back.
He's had his
I mean,
surgery.
he had tweeted pictures of himself, days afterwards.
Yeah.
He's sitting up in a chair, not in his hospital bed, and looking
Good.
in good spirits. And the joke was, this is WWE. There's no account for taste. Someone came out with an ambulance. And Jerry
Went for him.
And no, Jerry goes, "Oh, my ride's here."
Oh, God.
But what it was
That's awesome.
for fans of wrestling, it was Ryback, who's like this big mountain, and this guy, his catchphrase is "Feed me more." Feed me more! And he's this big, muscular, freaking beast.
So it looks like
with a
somebody
shaved
who would
head.
drive an ambulance.
Well, no, he comes out with like the point was he was going to beat this guy so bad that
He needs an ambulance?
He had an ambulance brought out,
Waiting for him. Yeah.
So it was Ryback versus what the hell's the guy's name? The wrestling guys are gonna.
Give me a clue.
He's the hardcore champion. He comes out, he wraps his hands, and he has the X across his wrist, kind of like the straight edge kids.
I don't know that. No.
I
thought it was going to be like somebody I would...
Oh God, I'm gonna look it up real quick. I know wrestling fans have probably cursed me out, like, how the fuck,
Now, did he usually, Jerry the King usually, like, host the shows? Like,
Oh no, he's the color commentator.
Yeah. Well, did he do that? Is he back doing that?
Oh no, he's back.
Okay.
He's full, and that's.
I didn't know if he just made a whole...
And it was just so funny that an ambulance comes out and he goes, "Oh, my
My
ride's
ride's
here." CM Punk is the name of the other wrestler. He's been around for a little while. He was in a couple of other promotions, and he made it to WWF. His original gimmick was he's the straight edge wrestler.
Okay.
And he wraps his hands and he puts the X's across the knuckles or whatever, the
Yeah.
back part of your hand. Because, straight edge kids, when you go to a bar, their shows, how that originated was, there would be shows, where it was, 13 to get in, but 21 to drink.
Oh, okay.
So what they would do was,
The X?
kids who want to get in, the bouncers used to take and draw X's on their
Yeah.
hands. So if they try to buy alcohol,
And it's like
the
a
bartender
blatantly
not to
huge
serve.
X.
Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
a big giant X. So these kids, call themselves, the
straight
straight
edge
edge kids. They
Nerd
adopted
alert.
that into, we're gonna live a clean life. Now you could listen to all the hardcore music and slam dance and slam your fucking head against the wall, but they're against smoking. They're
Okay.
against drinking.
And the X is a
and
symbol for that.
And they're also, but the one thing that I can't get now, they're against premarital sex.
Chris can't get on board with that.
I get why. I can get without some, smoking's my last vice, but I haven't had a cigarette. I haven't had a full cigarette in about a month, only because I'm broke.
That's the only reason.
And I've given, obviously no drugs. I mean, their thing is no drugs, obviously.
Right.
I haven't had a drink in a year.
But you can't get past that premarital
I can't get it
sex.
past the no sex. That's the one thing where I'm like, all right.
Do you think it's because they haven't had really the temptation?
I don't
Like,
know.
once the temptation comes around, they're like, well, maybe I could have the premarital
once
sex.
again, I see why you would do it. I mean, like, I
Yeah.
can see why a monk would do it, but me personally,
Right.
like, I'm with you until you say no pussy. Then now we got a fucking problem. Because if I can't smoke or I can't drink,
you gotta have some release.
I need some fucking release or someone's gonna die. But it's funny because you go to shows and there's guys who, you see and the real hardcore guys that get it like tattooed on their hands.
Tattooed, yeah.
And so that's his gimmick. He's the straight edge wrestler.
Okay.
I mean, he's evolved since that, but he still puts the X's on his hand wraps.
Yeah.
But he has a giant Pepsi logo
Nice.
on his arm.
Yeah.
Now,
Why?
he's had it for years.
I wonder
when
if
he first came.
he doesn't have to cover it up or anything?
And I'm surprised that Pepsi hasn't come after him. Now,
Maybe they
he's
have some
decorated
sort of-
all around it
Okay.
to kind of, because when he first became famous in WWE, it was just a big Pepsi logo.
Yeah.
And I guess his mentality was, okay, don't drink alcohol, drink Pepsi.
Drink Pepsi, okay.
And then on his other arm, he has,
Coca-Cola.
from G.I. Joe, he has the Cobra logo.
So what's with all the lines? Is he trying to get money that way?
I mean, I get the Cobra logo.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm such a nerd.
What's with the Pepsi?
That's the whole thing. Like, I can get Cobra because they're badass and they're the
Right.
bad guys, and I could, but the Pepsi logo. But he's
It's like me getting like Maxi Pad logo.
Yeah, that's. I mean, well, what the fuck am I talking? I got like
a tampon logo.
I have like 9 Metallica albums tattooed on me.
Wow,
but
when are they gonna throw us some money?
Nowhere on my body does it say Metallica. I guess
Right.
nowhere on his body does it say Pepsi, but he has the Pepsi logo, so I know.
Everybody knows the logo, I feel.
Yeah.
It doesn't say Pepsi on it?
Yeah, it doesn't say Pepsi, so
maybe that's why he's not really in
Choice of
trouble
New
with it.
Generation or something
I
like
don't
that.
know.
So yeah, I mean,
We gotta get a big company tattoo. Like
he's had
Pepsi.
other things, but it's on his upper arm, so there's no way.
Yeah, I'm talking about getting it on our forehead.
Oh,
so
okay.
everybody sees it, and then they throw us some money.
Oh yeah,
All right, Chris, get it done, Chris.
They have those people that
Red Bull, right across your
Red Bull. You give me the right check. I'll
There
fucking
you
get
go.
Red Bull. Just wait till I get my Two Strangers One podcast tattoo.
On your forehead? It has to be on the forehead, so everybody, you can't cover it up.
Well, shit.
Rules are rules.
I've done everything else.
That's the last straw.
Yeah, so it was CM Punk versus Ryback, and Ryback had a
Stand by.
ambulance come out, and Jerry the King Lawler goes, "Oh, my
Where's
ride's
my
here."
ride?
So yeah, Jerry the King is back, and
I'm glad he's back and happier than ever.
because they were building up to him doing a wrestling match
Before the heart attack?
before the heart attack, and obviously they had to change the
Nix
rules
that,
about
yeah.
that, and I don't think he's going to be wrestling anytime soon.
I
But
would
for
hope
color
not.
commentary, and
He's back.
and he's back, and he's with the right energy, the right, what I'm saying, like
Good.
he's back, and it, he has a great presence and personality. He's the color commentator. He's the
He's
one
Jerry
who makes
the
it work.
King.
Yeah, he's a fucking king, baby.
The king is back and on his throne.
Yes, he's back. And so yeah,
Jerry's back.
and so
Oh, have you heard of Ariel Winter? I believe her last name is.
Ariel Winter.
Let me see
okay.
if that's her last name. She's from. Do you watch Modern Family?
No.
She's the daughter on Modern Family.
Mm-hmm.
There's been this huge. I don't know if it. Yeah, Ariel Winter. I don't know if it went to. I know her mom lost custody of her. Basically, she's like 16 or 17. Her sister is now her guardian for now. I think there's a trial going on. There's been abuse allegations and how she's such a stage mom. She's always like to the point where she's selling. Like, I forgot what small independent film she was on, but she is on the set telling the director, like, what to do, what lines to put in.
Oh, okay.
Like, to the point of that, like, and I think I don't know if she officially did, but there was threats of her, you're going to be kicked off the set of Modern Family if you don't stop.
Oh, okay.
Like, she's just always right there, that mom, and in control, and so, I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
If anybody cares about Modern
Yeah.
Family.
And we're gonna take a quick break
clicking
for our
it.
sponsor. We'll be right back.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
Hello, listeners. This is Chris from Two Strangers, One Podcast, but I'd like to announce that we are now part of Living Lane Podcast Entertainment. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/Living Lane Podcast Entertainment. LIVINLAME Podcast Entertainment. Along with Two Strangers, One Podcast, there are a bunch of brand new shows to choose from. There's The Breakdown with Filthy Phil, Shane O'Mac, and Cord bringing you the latest news in the music world. Join Joe and Carrie Fox in the Fox Den for your fix of astrology, numerology, and nature. Get your movie and television news with the Real Chat Podcast. And the big daddy that started it all, Living Lane. So check out the Facebook for information on new episodes and updates at www.facebook.com/Living Lane Podcast Entertainment. Click and Hit, enhancing the experience for all recreational smokers. Click and Hit is a one-handed portable vaporizer. This smoking pipe has a compact 4-stage design, complete with a built-in, wind-proof, butane refillable torch lighter. The large burn chamber holds your stash of legal herb or pipe tobacco. Click the button to ignite and inhale as usual. When you are done, put it back in your pocket for later. Smoke anytime with the touch of a button. No more carrying around grinders and tins. You can leave the pipe, rolling papers, and even your lighter at home. The Click and Hit cordless vaporizer is no bigger than a normal cigar, making it the world's smallest and most discreet vaporizer. It's perfect for use in small places or shared rooms. It's efficient, getting 5 to 8 draws from your packed chamber. It's affordable at just $19.95 each. Buy 3 and the shipping is free. Buy 4 and you get the 5th one free. Visit www.click-hit.com. That's clickandhit.com. And now for listeners of Two Strangers, One Podcast, you can use promo code STRANGERS and receive 10% off your purchase at clickandhit.com. That's promo code STRANGERS for 10% off your purchase.
And we now return to Two Strangers, One Podcast.
And we're back. And also just, just to show you my friends, my band Andy and his band Punk NYC 77. My daughter is actually watching the video of them playing in the background. If you want to hear what that noise is, that was from, I recorded them when I went live. They're playing soon. Hold on. I gotta look that up. But my friend's band, Punk NYC 77, New York's premier leading punk cover band, playing. Let me see. I'm trying to see, and I'm sorry about all the noise, but hey, punk is noise. And now she's about to listen to it.
I'm going to try to turn it down. It's only that one on.
How meta is that? We're recording Two Strangers on Podcast.
And you can hear our other one in the background. Creepy.
Damn, I thought they had...
Do they have a website?
Well, they're on Facebook.com
slash Punk77.
Punk77NYC. I believe it was Punk77NYC.
This will just give out any info that's wrong.
Punk NYC 77. Oh, Jesus Christ. Because I'm on their page. Let me see. Punk77. It's Punk-77. That's what it is. And I could have sworn they had a gig coming up.
Well, you lied.
And if it makes... Oh, my God. I think my daughter just pooped. Oh, wow. This whole episode's just going shit.
Did you hear about Twinkies? Twinkies, Hostess to close. Hostess Twinkies. Look, you should see his face.
What?
Yeah, I've heard they were going bankrupt like the last couple of years or something, but now I think they've officially closed. Let me read this.
You're telling me there's no more Twinkies?
The maker of Twinkies and Wonder Bread plans to go out of business, lay off, so many people, and to sell. Yep. I heard a couple of years ago they were going under, but I didn't think it would ever happen. So they are closing up shop. Twinkies and Hostess would be the brand.
Hostess?
Also includes Ding Dongs, Ho-Hos, Home Pride Bread, Wonder Bread. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Get this shit out of here.
Sorry, Twinkie lovers and Ho-Ho lovers.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah.
And that upsets me greatly. Because I would think, how do you not...
Hostess said Friday the company is unprofitable under its current cost structure, much of which is determined by union wages and pension costs.
Oh, God. Is that one of those people like Obama won, so now we're going to go out of business kind of bullshit?
Well, no, I know a couple of years ago they were bankrupt. They were going bankrupt. They were struggling. I remember reading that like 2 years ago. So I think they're just like officially...
Wow.
So I think they're just officially done. Like they can't even make a profit. Like that's how...
Because now, this is going to sound nasty, you know what, like, the cream filling is, right?
I don't know, but I know it's not cream filling. Now, what is it?
It's pure lard.
I think I did know that.
It's lard and sugar. Whipped up so much that it makes that cream.
Cream.
And when I say lard, I mean every
That lard,
other
that
part
scoop.
of the pig that's not made
Watch me
into pork
vomit.
chops and bacon.
Don't want to waste anything.
Hooves, assholes, snouts,
Lips.
tails. But I still love me a Twinkie.
Oh yeah, it's like those things. Like everybody hates like the ingredients, but they still eat it because it's that good.
If you don't like,
They're like, oh well, I'll
now of
turn
course
the other
yes, they're
cheek.
very rich, and I can understand like,
Well, they have like a
avoiding
shelf
them.
life of like 400
20
years.
Like they could last. Yeah, you of the doomsday preppers.
That's probably why they're out of business. They last so long, so people just sit on the shelves.
Like the supply has
They're
been.
like, well, you know.
And that's crazy. And
So
it's funny that you mentioned it because
company.
in New York City, a little just north of the Bronx, there
Look it
is
down.
a Hostess warehouse.
Okay.
Now, in the Hostess warehouse, there is a legitimate storefront where you can buy expired Hostess products. Expired as in, because you know they do have,
you can't sell
they
them to
do
the
have
grocery
expiration
store.
dates.
Yeah.
So Hostess picks them back up, brings them back to the warehouse,
And then just sells them too.
and people can buy them at like half price.
Right.
So they're not. I mean, I
I
guess
feel like that was not that particular, but that was on Honey Boo Boo. Remember they went to like a food auction and there was like expired stuff, but still good to eat.
yeah.
Remember?
I
It
must
wasn't
have,
necessary-
honestly, I must have missed that episode.
Oh yeah,
but,
and there was probably like cakes like that, you know.
yeah, well,
probably
my
stuff.
mom and my aunt, like when that was usually for like birthday parties and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's still good, but because there's so much fucking chemicals in them, it's so good.
Right.
But you know, by law, they had to
You have to
take
take
it
them
back
off,
and,
yeah.
you know, because of
You
the
can't put it on the
expiration
grocery
date.
shelf.
And so, wow, that's like.
Yeah, I remember a couple years
fucking
ago reading
common.
that they were in a lot of trouble, like just there's no profit. Well, when you make a 20-year shelf life,
Yeah. There's so much
wait
chemicals.
20 years, maybe it'll come up and coming again. So yeah,
Now,
they're
I
done.
supported Obama, but if we're losing Twinkies in this
Yeah.
Obama economy,
Now people are upset. Now we're losing Twinkies.
I'm voting Romney next time.
Now we're losing Twinkies.
Because you know
Yeah,
there was
can't survive the crippling strike by its workers, and it's just not going to happen.
wow.
It shows like the Twinkie box.
Because did you hear like Papa John's?
What was their thing? I heard there was some scam or something.
Yeah,
I
Papa
didn't
John's
really
had
read
released
it.
like a memo saying that, well, you know, if Obama wins and we go with Obamacare, we can't afford.
There's a lot of companies that
We
say,
can't afford
I don't know if it was-
to continue under Obamacare with taxes, so we're going to have to, you know, basically it's like threatening people like, if Obama wins, you're going to lose your job.
That's what's happening to a lot of private companies. They say we can't hire if we have
can't.
Obamacare.
And,
It's too much tax, and you're spending more on that than you are employee stuff. Want
Now,
that,
of
Pat?
course, you know, me being a, you know, Daily Show fan, I mean, there
There was
a
some
funny
scam
bit.
with. Oh yeah, go on.
Well, no, because
With Papa John, like they were. It was something stupid. Like they were sending out. They had gotten a hold of people's cell phone numbers, whatever, however they were, and like sending text messages.
Well, I think
I don't know what's
just
the
a
text
flat out
message.
memo basically saying that if Obama wins, we're going to have to
Oh,
fire
the
people. That's like, you know,
CEOs of big companies said that too. It wasn't just
Yeah.
Papa John. So, well, I guess
Well, no,
Papa
yeah.
John's is a big company as well.
yeah, and it's just like, but I mean, you're basically telling people
Yeah,
who
good
to
luck.
vote for, you know, threatening, in my opinion, threatening them with their job. But, earlier for like the Super Bowl, they had gotten one of the Manning brothers, Eli Manning, or the
Oh,
other
God,
one,
yeah.
and it was
They
a
just look
promotion
so,
saying,
like,
we're
the-
giving away 2 million pizza pies.
Oh yeah, they're always giving away. Yeah.
Yeah, so-
during the Super Bowl time, and
So,
there's always something.
So Jon Stewart did the math, like 2 million times,
Yeah.
times, you know, about $10 a pie, you know, and so the money that they said they needed for healthcare,
Right.
almost exactly
The same
added
amount.
up to 2 million
What they're-
pies. Like,
2 million
if you
pies.
didn't make this stupid agreement to give out 2 million pies,
Right.
I think the problem could have been solved with 1 million pies. And
Oh, and then he went
in
to
the
2.
commercial, like, oh, but
2 million pies.
I think like in the commercial, Papa John said he was going to give out 1 million, and like the brother, the Eli Manning, or one of the Manning brothers, like, no, it's going to be 2 million. So
We upped the ante. Oh please, you know the NFL's paying for that
so
shit.
the money
That's funny.
for their promotion could have easily evened out for people
that.
to get health care. So it's just, I mean, you know, of course,
Right.
I understand that I'm coming from a skewed point of view, but it was pretty funny when the Daily Show kind of did that. And like they're showing the commercial going back and forth, and like Jon Stewart's like actually doing the math on a calculator. It's pretty funny. Yeah, but shit, Twinkies are going away.
I'm sorry.
They'll stick around for another 20 years.
Oh yeah,
but
you'll still have them on the shelf. So you
the
might
ones
as well,
on the shelves.
if you are a Twinkie lover, hostess lover, I guess you could just say, go out there, buy your cakes now.
Yeah, because
Stock up.
You ever see that zombie movie with Woody Harrelson?
Zombieland. Zombieland,
remember
right? I didn't see it,
The
but
whole
I know
gist of the movie was that he was looking for a box of Twinkies. He was
really?
crossing the country, even though there's zombies.
It's like Harold and Kumar.
Yeah, like every supermarket he went to, all he wanted to do was find a box of Twinkies because that would remind him of the time before the zombies ruined everything.
The Twinkies. It all comes back to that and White Castle and
all the shit that's horrible for you.
Yeah.
They make movies about. There's never broccoli.
I need a good vegetable.
There's never.
I need it. Somebody fighting for that fruit or vegetable.
There's never bean curd the movie.
Collard greens the movie.
And that's shit. Have you seen the trailer for World War Z?
Brad Pitt, right?
Brad Pitt. Yeah.
Yes, I recently saw it on TV.
Brad Pitt is doing.
I think he looks good in it for him. I mean, he hasn't been.
He looks good in it.
Yeah, he hasn't been in movies really.
The movie looks interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Now, World War Z, and once again, the nerds are gonna kill me for not remembering the guys who wrote it. But he has two books. He has World War Z, and then before that was the Zombie Survival Guidebook.
Okay.
And so these two books, well, the handbook reads like a handbook. It's even though it's supposed to be a joke. There's no tale. There's no tale of fiction. There's no storyline. And even World War Z, what World War Z is it is as if the world just got through a zombie attack.
Max Brooks and Damon.
Max Brooks, that's
Lindelof,
his name.
or I don't know how to say it.
Damon Lindelof? No.
Damon Lindelof was the screenplay.
Wow.
Writer was Max Brooks.
Max Brooks wrote the book, but Damon Lindelof wrote
screenplay. Director is Mark Forster.
Now, Max Lindelof, he wrote Raven. Sorry. He helped write Lost. He wrote This Summer's Prometheus. I think he did a couple episodes of Fringe, a couple episodes of Heroes. I might be wrong about Heroes, but he definitely wrote This Summer's Prometheus and Lost. And there are people who say he's a hack, that he wrote Lost not knowing. No, none of the writers knew
not knowing where it was going, right?
So there are people that are saying that he's all flash and no
brains.
He's all flash and no
creative.
No
I don't know
meat.
enough.
And so the fans of the series are actually pissed off that this movie was even made because
World War Z?
World War Z, because the World War Z was sort of taken, like if there's a person writing essays and interviewing people around the world about how life was during the zombie attack.
Okay.
But there's no story. There's nothing about a family running away from the zombies and stuff like that.
And that's what this is about. This is about a UN employee is racing against time and fate as he travels the world trying to stop the outbreak of a deadly zombie pandemic. So, fighting zombie movie.
Yeah,
and that's not what the
book is. Just
is not even
about,
like that.
It's more. It's almost
collection of stories. I guess
it's almost like, if you want to say like nerds would like it. It's almost like reading like a history book.
Okay.
Or it's essays and interviews and...
Matthew Fox is in it, speaking of Lost.
Oh, okay.
Oh. I don't remember seeing him in the...
Yeah, he's not in the trailer. And the one cool thing I do have to say is, and I put this on my Facebook, down where I live in where I used to live in Lower Manhattan.
Take a shot.
There is a place called Masaryk Towers. And, it's just a regular housing complex, nothing special about it. But you see Brad Pitt and his family getting rescued off the roof
of those towers.
Oh, cool. With a helicopter. Now, when you watch a scene, and I actually watched it in high definition and screen capped it, I can super tell that they didn't film it on there, but they use those buildings as like a real world
location.
Yeah, it's to kind of make it realistic.
Yeah.
And so it's this place called Masaryk Towers, and not for nothing, and I hate to bring it back to a touchy subject like Sandy, all the projects of all the places affected in New York City, the projects are still standing.
Oh, of course. Projects always stand.
They know
how to survive.
Exactly. Like, one of the best places to be would be like a housing project.
Yeah.
If the zombies attack, because... but you got a bunch of tough people
those
living...
Doomsday Killers, go to the project. If you want to... Doomsday Killer. The Doomsday preppers, go to
Go to the projects
if you want to survive.
Because those people know how to live.
Yeah.
I guess, between the projects and the good old boys, it's always
that's what I'm sticking with. They know how to survive in those. They have
people
that
with the least
instinct.
amount of money are the ones who know how to survive in the zombie apocalypse.
Now, in this movie, I'm looking at IMDb, there is Julianne Seeger. I don't know who she is. But her title is A Russian Zombie Killer.
Russian zombie
so,
killer.
I guess we have So we have an American zombie killer. Looks like we got a Russian one as well.
Yeah, because each story is...
And another guy is a
gambling
gambling soldier.
Gambling soldier.
So they got real creative with the names here.
Like now, mind you, when this book was written, about 2-3 years ago, or a couple years ago, it was still when Kim Jong-il was in control of North Korea.
Yeah.
So, like in the book, they said North Korea was one of the few places in the world not touched by zombies because those guys guard their borders so much that the fucking zombies ain't making it to fucking North Korea.
They ain't messing with that. Zombies
so
are smart.
It's just little things like that, and like the government started issuing these sharp-edged collapsible shovels.
Okay.
So it's a shovel, and it has a long handle, and the edge is sharp, so in case you needed to use it as an axe, or more particular, cutting the head off a zombie.
Typical.
So everybody started walking around with these sharp-edged shovels. Like every man, woman, and child got issued one.
I need one of those.
Just
for protection.
Just, for the backseat of the car if a guy cuts you off on the road.
So that's in the story part, or?
That's the whole thing, is that...
was it in the preview?
The book... No, they don't have it in the movie. The book was... Like I said, the book was almost like a history book.
Yeah, of how these people survive.
Like a person interviewing different people from around the world. So some people focused on the financial part.
Right,
the stock market crashed once the zombies started coming. And, then there's another person, like, from military point of view. Then, like, they interview, like, a farmer and, like,
So everybody's different perspective.
Yeah, like, they had... All these zombies were, like, on one part of a valley. So they started ringing this loud siren so the zombies could come walking towards them. And then they did on purpose because all the zombies kept falling into the pit.
It was a trap.
And then the guys would stand on the clean part of the pit, the other side of the pit, and just start, once they fell down the hole, just fucking shooting them in the head, just to make sure they all...
And that didn't kill all the zombies?
Then they said the zombies got to the point where they filled the fucking pit, so now there was... Imagine a big hole filled with zombies. And, and the one thing about the movie, which I've always kind of had a bone of contention, is I don't think zombies should be able to run. Zombies can't run. In this movie, they run.
Of course. They should be like the Living Dead, like that slow walk. I'm coming for you.
But it does look cool. In this movie, they have, now imagine 1,000 people running at once, almost like a fucking wave. They're running, like in this movie, I mean...
One person falls, they're trampled.
I'm not a fan of running, but that's what it is. They trample over each other.
Oh, God.
And you see them, like, almost climbing a wall because there's so many bodies that things are crawling outside each other. So a wall doesn't mean anything to them.
Yeah.
Because they just, if they want something on the other side of the wall, enough of them will trample each other's bodies that someone will eventually be the top of the pyramid and make it over.
This is the future, people.
It's fucked up. I mean,
the future.
As much as I'm not a fan of running zombies, I think they're going to do it right in this movie. So
running zombies.
I don't know. So I just I don't know.
And that's that.
And that's that.
And that's Brad Pitt.
Yeah. Have you seen? I mean, we're over the hour mark, but I just want to. Have you watched at all American Horror Story?
No, I actually was gonna watch like the ones that I missed last night, and then I never did.
Oh, okay.
Actually, went to a friend's house, so that busted that plan.
Well, I guess
I'll get to it.
It's getting.
I always see it. I always see like the previews. I'm like, I forgot. So I'll get to it soon. So it's getting better.
The guy from Zachary Quinto is this. I'm a big fan of his from Heroes, and then now he's on
coming
American
into
Horror
it.
Story, and
that'll make it better.
He's starting to play a bigger part, and I think it's one of those deals that you can go back and watch the first season, like watching season 2 will make you go back and watch season 1 with a new appreciation.
Yeah.
Now that you know everyone's roles a little bit more. So, I mean, it's an interesting It's an interesting, I'm giving it a shot. It's still all over the place.
So
now there's...
I wonder if they're gonna
I'm not really spoiling anything. Now they're involving Nazis. So it's bad enough you had aliens and hidden monsters in the walls and mad scientists and
now we're bringing Nazis.
And sadistic nuns. Yeah. Now there's Nazis involved. So
there's so many ways it can go and end.
And on top of let's just throw sex in there. Let's
Right.
make an ass.
Oh, they always put
let's
that.
make an ass play joke.
We brought it full circle.
Full circle.
Full circle.
Right
We'll
back
end
to
on
the
an
ass play.
Ass play joke.
Yeah. So,
We're well over the hour mark.
yeah. So,
She knows we're well over the hour mark.
yeah, she's like, Daddy, pay attention to me. So, once again, I just want to bring this up. There is a Kickstarter for friends of the show. Jesus Christ.
Spit it out, Chris.
Forgive my, it's called Awaken Destruction. And it's much like, for fans out there, all the nerds out there who used to play D&D, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, it is a card battle game, but it is a lot different because every single card that they put out will have its own serial number and will be tracked online. And so basically...
So you earn your way to the top.
You can't buy your way to the top. You can't say, okay, I bought this, I bought that, and I'm going to have the best cards because that shit is annoying. There's going to be, you can play with your friends or at local tournaments.
Or with yourself.
And earn your cards. Well, I mean, also for people, if, there are people out there that,
play with themselves. Just say it, Chris.
If there's, you can play online against other people. If you are in a place where you have internet, but there aren't people around you that play card games, if there isn't a local comic book shop by you or something like that, you could go online and play with people that are, so it's not really playing with yourself. But, you don't necessarily have to have a league game close to you for people who live out in the middle of nowhere. Some people don't have comic book shops next to them. Some people don't have card shops by them. And then they actually going to have online competitions where the winners will win cards. They will actually mail them to you. So,
So there's no buying your way to the top.
You can't buy your way to the top. So
which is cool. It makes it like a legit game.
There's going to be no way to, well, I guess, someone will find a way to cheat. But I think it's a fantastic concept. I used to play D&D. I used to play Magic the Gathering just a little bit briefly. And I feel like I'm not doing this project a service when I mention Pokemon or Magic the Gathering. This is actually better than that. And they're on Kickstarter. So once again, their name is Awaken Destruction. And they're trying to raise $80,000. And like I said, that sounds like a lot, but not really when you're talking about opening up a whole business that has online, has servers, having people who have to take care of the servers, mailing new cards, it's a lot of behind the scenes stuff. It's a lot of behind the scenes, but it sounds super duper interesting, and I'm definitely gonna, I don't have any money on me right now, but as soon as I get a couple bucks, I would definitely gonna give them my support, because it's just an awesome concept. And like I said, they are friends of the show. So check them out. And time to pay our bills. Of course, visit clickandhit.com. It's a well-made device. How many times can I say it? But it is the truth. It's a well-made. That's all I got to say. It's good enough. That doesn't. I should be upselling it. No, it really is. And I know. Hopefully, we're going to be getting a lot new listeners. We do the Mike and Ming morning show, the Smodcoast morning show. A lot of people like to partake of the herb and. If you're gonna do it, use it fucking Click and Hit, man. It's for your legal herb or pipe tobacco. I've tried it. I took a cigarette apart and used it. It was awesome. It worked it was very, very smooth on the pull and a well made device. You can visit twostrangersonePodcast.com where you can get everything. You can first and foremost go and get our eBay page. Visit our eBay page. I recently lost my Wi-Fi, so I had to turn my cell phone into a hotspot. Jesus Christ, being on a limited plan, I didn't realize how much I really do go on the internet. And, uploading the shows, that takes a bit. So anything that you buy off the eBay page, the money automatically goes to support the show. I'm selling comic books. I'm selling heavy metal DVDs. I'm selling video games. I got a bunch of stuff. If there isn't anything on right now, keep coming back. Keep coming back to visiting Two Strangers One Podcast and click that eBay link. Because there's always something there. Even if it's something you don't want, even if it's a movie for $1, pick it up. The money goes to support the show. Throw it out when you get it. Donate it to the Goodwill when you get it. Give it to a nerdy friend of yours. Every single cent goes to support the show. You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Two Strangers One Podcast, all spelled out. No numbers, just purely spelled out. Click like us. Hover over the like button and click show in newsfeed so you get every update. Unfortunately, only 10 to 20% of our audience actually gets all the updates, so the more activity we have on the page, the better. So if you feel that you want to give us some feedback, and please, it takes 2 seconds to share. Even if there's one particular episode you like, share that one episode. Let your friends know about the party that's going on over here. There are 3 ways you can get the episodes of Two Strangers, One Podcast. We have well over 2 days worth of entertainment. That's over 48 hours worth of entertainment. We're almost coming up on 3 days worth of entertainment. You can download us at twostrangersonepodcast.com. So even if you have an inexpensive MP3 player, download the episodes. Hey, when you're at work, you're sitting in traffic, you're at the line at the DMV, pop on a podcast. Give you something, let us entertain you while you're doing the mundane bullshit that makes life suck. We're going to make your life awesome. You can download iTunes and subscribe to us on iTunes. And just go to the iStore in the upper right corner, click podcast, and then search for Two Strangers, One Podcast. The name will come up, Chris and Kristen, Two Strangers, One Podcast. And we just saw
this is where they fall in love. This is where he meets his wife.
ABC Family.
Step up, son.
Step up. And, of course, if you have an iPhone, iPad, iPod, the new iPad mini, any of those wonderful devices, you can subscribe to us. The episodes automatically get downloaded to your device when you sync up. If you don't have an iPod, iPad, iPhone, iPad mini, and you have an Android device, an Android tablet, or a Kindle Fire, you can find us on the Stitcher app, STITCHER. The people who work there are so awesome. Any podcast worth listening to is covered on Stitcher. Mark Maron, Adam Carolla, Chris Hardwick and the Nerdist, Kevin Smith, and our pod brothers from the West Coast, Livin' Lane, the Big Daddy Livin' Lane, and there are other shows on the Livin' Lane Podcast Network, Livin' Lane Podcast Entertainment, Real Chat, Fox Den, The Breakdown, all those shows, and of course, Two Strangers, One Podcast. We are all available on the Stitcher app. So download it. It's what I use when I'm driving, because I'm sick and tired of music, unless you want to listen to Chris's Hidden Metal show. But if you're not into metal, if metal isn't your thing, you always have Two Strangers, One Podcast. Plenty of hours of entertainment. And I think that's about it. I can't think of anything else right now, right?
I think you've done it.
Okay. So we certainly hope you enjoyed listening to the show and had as much fun as we had recording it. Thank you for listening to Two Strangers, One Podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kristen.
Don't be a stranger.
See ya.
Bye.
All right, here we go, man. Go ahead. You want to read
Double
it?
Jackpot.
What is it?
It is a self-published book by Christopher Cologne.
Chris Cologne smells good to me.
But
Look at her. That broke that fucking cold little exterior. He's like, hee.
But it is spelled Colon.
Him punny.
But Double Jackpot is a book about a comic book artist, Eric, who is in a loveless relationship with a materialistic
I feel you, Eric.
Lynette.
Oh, fucking. Are you sure I didn't write this? Sounds hauntingly familiar.
He starts cheating on his girlfriend with a more creatively supportive woman, Nadia.
Well, I gotta meet her. Where's the Nadia?
There's your summer girlfriend.
Summer Nadia is Nadia.
Nadia?
Yeah, I think Nadia is spelled with an A.
All right.
Both Lynette and Nadia play the double jackpot, the largest payout in lotto history, much like the recent Powerball. Both girls play his birth date as the winning numbers. Eric is now stuck between two of the country's richest women. Who will he choose? It's not that simple. This is a clever fucking idea,
Yeah,
man.
is.
Look at her, fucking. She's impressed.
I am.
She got some summer reading. Christopher Cologne smells real lovely with an original idea. This is. I've never heard this before.
I haven't either. This is a self-published book, much in the indie spirit as Kev's Clerks.
Oh, you don't even need to name check me. This is just a good idea. You could stand on your own, man. You don't even have to be like, hey, remember Clerks? This is nothing like that. This is way more original than Clerks. This is a good idea, man. Why didn't I think of this?
I need something to read. This book is part of the Comic Books, Heavy Metal, Video Games Trilogy Book 2. Odd I See, A Tale from the Road, coming soon.
Right on, man. It's part of a trilogy. This is the first part.
Way to write, man.
He's seeking a literary agent. Motherfuckers, anybody out there? There ain't no literary agents listening to this show, I assure you, sure. Sure. I assure you, sure. But somebody know a literary agent? Hook a motherfucker up! Chris Cologne come up with an original idea. I should tell Raskin. That's a good fucking idea, to be honest with you. That's a fucking rom-com right there. Megan, get Raskin on the phone. Isn't it possible to get Raskin on the phone? No?
Yeah.
I want to run it past him, man. I want to, and if it happens, I get a taste, Chris Cologne. I get a whiff, if you will.
The book could also be ordered on www.lulu.com.
That's lulu.com.
I understand that. I just want to spell it out.
Normally one says it, that spells it. Still, lulu.com. What is that? Do you know what it is?
I don't know. All right. The book could also be ordered on www.lulu.com. Search for Double Jackpot Christopher Cologne. A paperback version of the book is $15 and a PDF file is only $5.
$5 is
Yeah.
insanely inexpensive. 15's not even that bad for a paperback version.
No.
This is $1 million idea right here. Like a fucking a movie about a dude who fucking is stuck between two chicks, both of who play his birthday and win the lottery. Come on! I can see that trailer. Chris Cologne is on to something. Nobody else can smell it but me.
I'll read it.
Thank you. I'm going to make that smelly joke.
I know. You're trying to get me to laugh again.
It worked once. Double Jackpot is a self-published book by Chris Cologne, man. It's the first book in his comic books, heavy metal, video games trilogy. Book 2, Odd I See, A Tale from the Road, should be coming out soon. Get all the information at Chris Cologne, like a motherfucker.
I will
his
totally
book,
read this.
Double Jackpot. I'm serious. I'm going to recommend that to fucking Raskin. How is that not a movie? You know what I'm saying? This could be a sexy movie. You could do an R-rated version. There could be nudie in it, and you could show them fucking both chicks. Maybe a little penetration. Maybe a butthole shot. No butthole, no care.
I would like to formally apologize to Christopher Cologne right now.
No, sex sells. Chris Cologne will appreciate that. He's like, thanks for throwing a few buttholes in there, man.
Don't forget to check out twostrangersonepodcast.net, your one-stop resource for everything show-related. You can find links to subscribe to us on iTunes or on Stitcher. You could also find links to buy my book, Double Jackpot, on twostrangersonepodcast.net.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.